The Archons see great potential in Razor and grant him an Electrovision. True! Well, that's the intro. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Ascent. Toonling, Dave, Anomaly the Anomalocaris, and few know me as Thou Who Shall Not Be Named, but most people know me by the name the United States Aviator. Welcome back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. Happy Friday. Oh yes, it is indeed Friday. We enter into the weekend on this Hunger Games, and I bet you're wondering what do we have in tag team action. First of all, we gotta zoom in real quick because we're usually a little bit bigger than that. There we go, that's better. It is National Family Bowling Day or something of that. We're celebrating bowling today, and boy do I love bowling. And so we have these teams here, and I thought to myself, what teams would be the best at bowling? I don't know, but I figured it out. 30 teams here today, starting with the team that might actually be the best at bowling, low-key. Jin and Tengen, your tag team champions, the headmasters, the jacket failures, Hiro and Kanji. Secondhand Symphony with Mikan. Maybe not so great, but Makoto's got some good luck on his side. He's probably getting all these lucky strikes. Selfless Saviors, Juzo and Keiji. The Wolfpack, Razor and Gonta, specifically for strength. And speaking of strength, we have Brute Force, Sakura and Mana. Here to stay Crazy Oko Extra Large and Nani Chiaki. Chiaki's not losing a game. It's a game. She's played Wii Bowling. She's got the form down. Corrupted Code, So and Junko. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and just give him a little chant, because let's not forget, he is the champion. So, and Tag Team Agent of Chaos. Peaceful Protest, Chiaki and Kyoko. Unlucky Adventure Team, Nagito and Bennett. The Jailbirds, Ryoma, who knows how to handle a tennis ball, so you know, bowling ball, same thing. And Alice. 2B Michihiro and Naoto. Hard Knock Life Maki and Kyutaro. Strong and Soft Nekomaru and Daisaku. A Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical, Usami and Paimon. Taking out the trash, Hifumi and Minamimoto. The Kirigiri Protection Agency, Kizakura and Yui. Do You Remember? Ryoko and Bite. The Bob Squad, Mahiru and Leone. Cat Owner's Paradise, Celeste. Maybe not so much, but Jin's out here to have a good time bowling. He's probably all excited. Sinister Side, Chisa and Sarah. Parsnip, Genocide Jack, and Turnip Boy is gonna just roll down there himself. Joe Mama, Joe, and Hiroko, who for some reason I feel like Hiroko's very good at bowling. Well-fed athletes Hina and Akane, God Mode, Yuta and Izuru, Seeking Justice, Taka and Dojima, Carry On, Shuichi and Kazuha, Shatter Machine, Jotaro and Ningguang, Hunter, Heroes, Pennyworth and Taichi, and lastly, Friendly Fisticuffs, the Great Gozu and Kurumada. And we have 30 teams. But only one can come out on top. And I have to ask you, which team do you think that will be? Go ahead and in your comments, which team of two do you think here would be the best duo at bowling? I'll answer that too. I'll answer it too, but also pick first, second, and third, because that's your comments. That's the meat and potatoes of your comments, and your comments are important, like this one, like that one, and hold on, like that one too. Oh yes, yeah, that's true. It's true. It's true. But before I make my picks and while you make yours, there's one thing that we do have to do. The champs are here, and the Agents of Chaos, so you know, if it hits, I don't have to change anything, but you know, the champs, they are here. And in 3, 2, 1, you'll see, it's time. I don't know why 10%, it looks really menacing. Like 5% looks like nothing, but once we double that 5, you're just like, whoa, okay, that's a bigger chunk than I once remembered. We'll go ahead and proceed and spin this thing. Will chaos reign? Will the titles be on the line? In this bowling celebration. They will not be. They will not be. Order remains yet again, but that means next time that Chaos Rain chunks is getting a little bit larger. But I forgot to mention, every time now in this simulator that we have a special holiday theme, not holiday theme, but you know, a special, it's this day themed episode, I'm gonna add an item based on that, and it'll be a higher percentage chance of finding that item for that day, and then it'll go back to the normal percentage. Today I've added bowling balls. They are now an item in this simulator. So this simulator will grow likely week by week. I'm excited to see what happens, what unfolds, but let me make my picks. I got Parsnip for first because I'll be frank, I like that team a lot. Joe Mama, I hated it at first, but I like, it's a facade. The facade is I hate it, but on the inside I'm like, that's kind of clever. I like that a lot. But give me Parsnip for first, Sinister Side for second. I don't know why, but I feel like they're gonna have a good season. They're gonna break out their inner chaos within them. And then give me Corrupted Code for third. Agents of Chaos. You want to get first, second, or third because you want to go on to either the championship match or the first ever Retribution Rumble match. Who will get there? I don't know. But as for who will be the best bowlers, I think I answered that earlier. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Jin and Tengen. I think that they would just be the most consistent ones. Our lucky students, Makoto and Nagito, sometimes their luck is all over the place. But will it be all over the place today? Let's find out. Let's start this. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed, and we will see what unfolds. 30 teams, but only one can come out on top. And we will get closer to that one as we start round one. And we proceed. Everyone is here, 60 competitors, but only one team will come out on top. And Horn Bears, if you would please, you're so important this season, whether you're going forwards or backwards, or if you're not even here at all, sound the horns! It's funny that they're playing the horns and I'm not hearing the horns music. That's the one song that's not on my soundboard that I put in post, so every time that I'm like, I'm just listening to the regular music that's playing. It's round one. Paimon fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Sarah ambushes So and kills him. My picks ain't doing so well this season, they sure ain't. Celeste is looking for an easy out. Kazuha murders Maki before Kyutaro can react. Kyutaro rushes to help, but Maki dies in his arms. Maki, we go way back, and I need to stop. They could both get brought back. They could both get brought back. Bennett finds some leather scraps just enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing. It looks rather caveman-like. Izuru's only looking out for himself. Genocide Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Chihiro can't help but admire his own genius mind. Nagito won't die like the others. Ryoko stares into the distance. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Doji massages his muscles. He's a strong man. Makoto wants this to be over already. Nana Chiaki hums a song to herself. Tengen lays his championship on the ground and grabs Ningguang in a headlock, falling backwards and driving her skull into the hard metal, killing her. The championship perks are, they're powerful, they really are. They have some special events for them, but you know what, Tengen, you didn't have to do that to Ningguang. Me and Ningguang, we go way back, don't do that. Hifumi admires Minimoto's decisiveness, true. This is Septagram. Pennyworth picks up whatever looks cool and neat lying in various places. Naoto wasn't looking to just walk off the cliff. Naoto, you gotta do better than that. Juzo finds a big stick. Juzo hits Junko incredibly hard with the big stick, and she becomes dazed, unable to kill her though. Jin and Tengen reminisce over their title victory. It seemed like it was only yesterday, but it was actually a few weeks ago. Vike sets down a trap and Usami gets caught in it immediately. Mana sizes her muscles. Hina does something really cute. Daisaku feels sorry for Usami and frees her from the trap. Leone attempts to kill Tisa, but Sarah intervenes to protect her. Unfortunately, Sarah dies in the attempt. What is up with my picks in round one? What's going on? Haha. You hate to see that, but the Grey Goose wants to end things once and for all with Alice. Alice bites the dust. Sakura's ready to defend her friends though. Nakamaru stares into the distance. Minimoto sees taking out the trash as a bunch of Zeptagrams ready to be milked. Gonta fails to grasp the gravity situation. Taichi's thinking of plans to get out of here. Yui asks Kizakura if he's found anything useful. Crazy Yoko extra large disappears for a while and comes back wearing a wizard robe. She slips it on, scattering sparkles all over the place. First is Crazy Hiyoko, then it's Crazy Yoko extra large. Hajime's gonna get his one of these days. Taka just wants to be useful. Turnip Boy's bad brain saps his will to live. Kanji tries to kill Crazy Yoko extra large, but Crazy Yoko extra large's wizard robe has already carried it away to safety. Kyutaro has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. Keiji attacks Dojima from behind and eviscerates him. Rest in peace to Dojima. Good dad right there. Akane looks around for stuff to scrounge. Kurumada won't give up so easily. Ryoma finds a bowling ball. Hopefully they get a strike. We'll see if he does. He is out here celebrating bowl with your family day. National bowling with the chillins. Yuta picks up whatever looks neat and cool lying in various places. Juzo also hits Mahiru incredibly hard, but is unable to kill her. Mahiru becomes dazed as well. Juzo's out here dazing everybody. Shuichi wonders about the future. Hiro hopes to have the Harmony body. Hiroko whispers something in Joe's ear, but Joe is too innocent to understand. Kizakura tries to kill Yuta, but Yuta retaliates and kills him instead. Jin does his best to avoid the cat owner herself. Razor looks around for stuff to scrounge. Mikon sets down a trap. Joe disappears. Finds a dapper suit, puts it on. It's rather fetching. Kyoko thanks Chiaki for being there for it. Jotaro snaps, is frenzied, and the Archons see great potential in Chisa. After losing her partner, they say, you can lose a little bit of help. You have yourself a little bit of help, and they give her the power of Geo. Do it for us, Chisa. You get that win. But we did lose 8, but we still have a whole 52 left to go after this Claire de Lune 4. So, Maki, Ningguang, Naoto, Sarah, Alice, Dojima, Kizakura. You hate to see it. Every time I make a pick, I tell you what. Not only was So out in the first round, he was out first. Come on, So. Do better. He could still get revived. We don't know. But what I do know is we still have 52 to get through. And to do that, we gotta keep going. You ready to keep going when I click next round? Let's go and do it. Let's see what I see some gold down there. But Turnip Boy seems to find a new will to live. That's my boy. Roko starts sobbing uncontrollably. Jin and Tengen, they're in an argument over who should be in charge. Well, they're both the headmasters, right? They're both tag team champions, right? They could lead together, but now there can be only one, apparently. Chiaki gets caught in one of Mikon's traps. All she can do is hope to be freed. Izuru seems unshaken by any of this. Tengen is looking for an easy out. Kanji wants to end things once and for all with Razor, but Kanji bites the dust. You should have gotten in the chair, my boy. Ryoma reminisces about Alice and sobs quietly. Kyutaro starts sobbing uncontrollably. Makoto steals my soundboard. How? And the other lucky boy has gotten the power of Cryo. The Archons see potential in Nagito. He is dangerous. Crazy Yoko extra large shakes her wizard sleeves, and 1,000 tiny animals fall out. Usami's being adorable as always. Nekamaru trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking his neck. Ryoko and Vike's fingers touch by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Bennett finds a shotgun. Kazuha finds a bikini. It's really revealing. Leone picks whatever looks neat and cool lying in various places. Akane kills the Great Gozu right in front of Kurumada. There's nothing Kurumada can do. You can still win this, Kurumada. I like, you know what, me and Kurumada, we go way back too. Do it for us, Kurumada. Sakura sizes her muscles. Juzo challenges Daisaku and Hiro to an anything goes pancake eating competition, and when we say anything goes because Hiro murders the both of them before eating a single pancake. And well, you know, I gotta admit, a strategy is a strategy. And with this Periwinkle crayon, I will add him to the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Congratulations to you, Hiro. Can't find a pin for the life of me. They're all over there. I put a couple of them on my desk. Taichi tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it does look cool. Minamoto's still looking at Hifumi like that Zeptagram. Sooner or later, he's gonna be a meat shield for me to win this game. Yui wonders if she should build a machine that makes yakiniku. Hiro twiddles his thumbs. Chisa summons a shield protecting her from Mahiru's attack. Chisa then causes the ground beneath Mahiru to cave in, burying her alive. Rest in peace to Mahiru. But Joe's proud of that dapper suit. Pennyworth was lost in his thoughts, and the next thing he knows, he finds a wish ring. Hopefully he'll be responsible with it. Mana doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Crazy Yoko extra large. Jin wants to be helpful. Let that man's help out. Except don't put yourself in danger, Jin. Mikan and Makoto manage to sneak attack Leone, murdering her. That's a bad day for the Bob squad. Genocide Jack's bad brain turns her into a horrible person. Yuta feels sorry for Chiaki, frees her from the trap. Shiro can't help but admire his own genius mind. He's still thinking about how I'm so brilliant I am. Hina attacks Ryoko from behind and kills her. Vike gets cocky and ends up dying from a stupid mistake. Seems accurate. Kurumada is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Kyoko seems to find Chiaki's presence soothing now that she's out of that trap and all. Shuichi spots something shiny in the distance. Junko snaps out of it. She's like, so's gone, but I can still win this thing. Gonta doesn't really understand what's happening. Taka thinks about Dojima, sobs quietly. Keiji won't die like the others. Non-AI Chiaki. She really hopes she didn't have to harm anybody. Paimon runs into a tree and gets a splinter. Ouch. Ugh. Daisaku's gone. In a fit of frenzy, Jotaro creeps up on Taichi, snaps his neck. Hifumi stares into the distance, and Celeste thinks of a dark, dark poem. We are down to 41. 19 total are gone. And today, it's a Claire de Lune. 4. Kanji. Nekamaru. The Great Gozu. Juzo. Daisaku. Mahiru. Crazy Hyoko. Extra large. Leone. Ryoko. Vike. Taichi. And once we get to a standard, once we get to 30, we'll see everybody who's left. Because 30 puts us at the halfway point. We still got 11 to lose until 30. That could be one day. It could be various days. I don't know, but people are starting to rack up some items. Ryoma hasn't used that bowling ball, but I will tell you one thing. It's time to keep on going. It's time to proceed. Are you ready? Let's go ahead. Let's click next round. At the top this time. To round 3. With Mikan. Being adorable as always, Shuichi attempts to kill Chiaki, but Kyoko intervenes just in time. Kyoko had to kill her former tag team partner to save Chiaki's life. Jin somehow finds a suit full of medieval armor and puts it on and gleams with a dazzling shine. Hiro finds a magic wand. Hopefully it has some spells left in it. Akane tries to kill Jin, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. Keiji is on a roll today, killing both Bennett and Nagito. The unlucky adventure team slaughtered them both. Gonta sizes his muscles. Kitaro wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. He couldn't carry on for Maki. Junko doesn't care much for this place. Joe can't take his eyes off of Hiroko. You know, Ryoma's still preparing for a strike. He's got that ball. He's like, oh, I'm gonna knock everybody out. Nanae Cherokee feels like she's not prepared for any of this. The bowling ball has one event that is truly terrifying, but it has an extremely low chance of hitting. Will it hit? I don't know. Minimoto sees taking out the trash as a bunch of chumps ready to be milked. Is that dark energy swirling around Maki's body? She's back as a zombie. Kurumada sobs quietly. Sakura can't believe that Mana's killed somebody. Razor just wants it to end already. Yui is cooking Vegeta's idea. Mana has a horrible feeling in her chest, but Paimon walks into a very strange machine. Designed to view a world unseen, she presses a button, her molecules get all rearranged. Paimon now has ghost powers. Hina does something really cute. Hifumi admires Minimoto's leadership, his decisiveness, his leadership. He's like, this man's is great! Usami finds some leather scraps, just enough to put together some rudimentary clothing. Taka can no longer stand by and let his friends get killed. Taka feels heroic. Kyoko and Chiaki's fingers touch by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Turnip Boy calms down, no longer subject to the whims of a changing brain. Turnip Boy has been in his own head this entire game. Jin wants to be useful. Chihiro builds a device that might revive Naoto. Electricity surges through Naoto's body, moving her again. Naoto's alive! Jotaro looks for his next victim. Genocide Jack's on the verge of snapping. Pennyworth ponders about how best to use his wish ring. Kazuha feels very proud of that bikini. Chisa feels horrible for what she did. Chiaki thanks Kyoko for being there for her. Celeste ambushes Hiro, murders him. Hiroko whispers something in Joe's ear. He's still too innocent. Makoto uses the soundboard, and do you know what he plays? dire, dire docks. Jin hears that soothing music and he goes to sleep. He's like, oh, it's so good, meow. I think I'll take a little nap, wolf. And then he never wakes up. It is unfortunate. Perhaps it's a curse? Nobody knows. It is unfortunate. Azuru is only looking out for himself though, but we did lose 6. That brings us down to 36. And it is indeed a Claire de Lune for these 6. Shuichi, Bennett, Nagito, Kyutaro, Hiro, Jin. Ladies and gentlemen, we still can't check who's left. We still got 36 folk left. We're not even halfway through. We're clicking next round. We're gonna see what unfolds. Some things are unfolding. At the start of round 4, Mikan is determined to survive this, and Makoto, on the other hand, just wants it to be over already. That's two different sides of these, the tag team they have there. Kazuha flaunts his bikini in front of Nane Chiaki. This makes her absolutely jealous. Kurumada doesn't want to carry on anymore. He is now suicidal. Oh, Kurumada. Yuta spots something shiny in the distance. Pennyworth wonders about the future. Huh. Keiji follows some sparkles and he's got a magic wand too. Maki dangles her withered limbs around, fiddling with them. She's like a fiddler on the roof, she is. Azuru finds a slingshot, how quaint, might be useful in a pinch. Nane Chiaki's jealousy reaches a boiling point. Oh, you just got jealous! And must have a bikini at any cost. Unfortunately for Kazuha, the cost was his life. A well-placed shot by Azuru with his slingshot hits Junko in the head with a disorienting force. Junko becomes dazed. Junko has been dazed left and right, hasn't she? Poor girl. Chisa summons stones around Celeste's feet. Celeste is now trapped. Oh no, she's trapped. Goodness gracious, neat. Minamimoto just found a wrestling singlet. Minamimoto casually forgets any warnings about trying moves at home. Tengen and Jin reminisce about their title victory once again. Paimon shoots blast of energy from her hands at Joe. Joe is unable to survive the blow. Naoto feels herself unsure of what just happened. Guess she's alive again. Akane kills Azuru in front of Yuta. Yuta rushes to help, but it's already too late. Gonta doesn't really understand what's happening. Celeste is still trapped, screams for help, but nobody answers. Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Taka is patrolling vigilantly, ready to defend those that he loves. Turnip Boy finds a bunch of tactical combat gear and equips it. It provides optimal protection for the whole body without sacrificing flexibility. The whole body. He is a turnip. The Archons also see great potential in Yui, and she's got a pyro vision. Jitaro's frenzy finally calms down, it dies down. Hifumi does his best now to avoid Miyamoto. It's like he's a leader, he's decisive, but he's also a threat to my existence. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Usami does something really cute. Chihiro wonders if he should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Mana tried to kill Turnip Boy, but Turnip Boy's combat gear diverts the blow. That is not... you know what? I don't think there's anyone in the existence that would think Mana and Turnip Boy would ever have any sort of moment together, and that is the magic of these games. Kyoko seems to find Chiaki's presence soothing. They've just been vibing this entire game. Ryoma tries to kill Chisa, but Chisa retaliates and kills him instead. He didn't even get to use his bowling ball. Hina disappears for a while and comes back with a wizard robe that she just found, slips it on, scattering some sparkles all over the place. Sakura finds a waffle. Really? Jin tries to kill Hina, but the wizard rope has carried her away to safety. Hiroko does the same to Jin, but the knight's armor protects him instead. And Razor finds a lovely bikini, puts it on. We only lost 4, not even at 30 yet, not even halfway through after this Claire de Lune 4. Kazuha, Joe, Izuru, Ryoma. Now I do declare we're at 32, only 2 more until I'm like, oh look at all these people. But we have a ton of people left to lose. And to lose them, you know what we have to do. We gotta proceed. We gotta click next round. First and foremost, 32 people. Not for long. Oh yeah, not for long. We're definitely gonna hit your final 30 now. Kyoko feels sorry for Celeste and frees her from the trap. The rocks around her feet are now removed. Celeste thinks of a dark, dark bone. Hina shakes her wizard sleeves. 1,000 tiny animals fall out. Pennyworth ponders how best to use his wish ring. The dead husk of Kazuha decays silently. Using metal scraps, Naoto builds a rocket launcher. Amazing. Naoto has been dead, came back to life, and is now getting ready to do work. A second chance and she's not gonna waste it. Junko comes back to her senses again! Sakura throws a waffle at Makoto like a shuriken, but it misses him. Makoto then kills Sakura in retaliation. You know what? Deserved. Deserved. Turnip Boy feels strong enough to handle anything. Hiroko doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of, oh my gosh, Nane Chiaki. I just see, oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot going on down there. Taka patrols village vigilantly, ready to defend those he loves. Yeah, he sure does. Chiaki and Kyoko, they're still vibing. Usami hums a song to herself. Makoto wants us to be over already. Mikan walks into a very strange machine. Her molecules got all rearranged. She has ghost powers. She's done that before, and you know what? It's won her a game before, but here we have a whole bunch of things just happening. Yui sets the forest ablaze, catching Akane, Pennyworth, and Celeste in the flames. They all burn, which is especially ironic for Celeste, isn't it? Huh. Chisa uses the power of Geo and summons a massive rock from the sky, dropping it to the ground, killing Naoto and Taka. Keiji gestures angrily towards Yui, and Yui only has time to feel her lungs turn to cauliflower before she topples over dead. Oh goodness gracious. Yuda's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Tengen can't wait to kill again. Shiro can't handle the stress after losing a teammate again, and has now become more cowardly. That is a perk that I don't know if we've actually seen come up yet. It's been in for a hot second, but now it's finally coming up, so look at that. What will unfold? I don't know. Minamoto looks for an opponent to fight. Maki's body continues to rot even if she continues to move. Mana tries to kill Jin, but Jin's unarmored averts the blow. Kurumada gets cocky and ends up dying from a stupid mistake. Something inside of Jotaro snaps. He is now frenzied, going to start sobbing uncontrollably. Jin lays the title belt on the ground, grabs Mikan in a headlock, but Mikan had the wherewithal to reverse the move into an RKO out of nowhere onto the belt, breaking Jin's neck. Good job, Mikan. Good job. Good job. Fumi fails to grasp the situation. Paimon possesses Junko and walks her right off of a cliff, tiptoe, toodaloo. And Genocide Jack's bad brain turns her a little kinder. Razor is very proud of his bikini. We lost a ton. We are now down to 21. We will definitely check out who's left after this incredibly large Claire de Lune 4. Sakura, Nane Chiaki, Akane, Pennyworth, Celeste, Naoto, Taka, Yui, Kurumada, Jin, Junko. Yeah, now we're way more than half. We're way more than halfway through. We're at 21. Let's look at the 21 who are left. Not too many full teams left. Chihiro is now here for 2B Me. The well-fed athletes have Hina. Right there. We still see Gonta and Razor, the Wolfpack, completely in. We go on and we will continue to see Keiji, who's still in as well. With 4 KOs to his name, has been having a game. Shadow Machine still has Jotaro. As we keep going, the Sinister side has Chisa, who's having herself a game too with 4 KOs. Hiroko has killed Nane Chiaki. She's the only one left for Joe Mama. It's just Mama for Joe Mama. Hard Knock Life has Maki the zombie, who can't win unless everyone dies, and she's the last moving thing left. It's possible, but it's sure unlikely. Secondhand Symphony completely in. Mikan the Half Ghost and Makoto with that soundboard. Peaceful Protest completely in as well. Yuta for God Mode. As we keep going, we see a Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical. Maybe I was just wrong. There's a lot of teams who are completely in, because as we scroll down, Taking Out the Trash is completely in. In fact, Parsnip is completely in. Most teams that are in are completely in. It's the majority. That's wild. It almost never happens like that. Mana's still in, so is Tengen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is kind of wild. It almost never happens like that, but hey, that means the teamwork is making the dream work today. We got 21 left. Almost time for your saving grace picks if you need them at your final 10. Let's see if we can get there as we proceed. Round 6 begins. Gonta sizes his muscles. Maki dangles her withered limbs around, fiddling with them like she's on a roof. From atop a tree, Hina shakes her sleeves of her wizard robe, materializing an anvil which falls right onto Tengen. Rest in peace to the champion. Chihiro can't help but admire his own genius mind. He's still like, you know what? I'm still a genius. Usami hopes she has the harmony body. Kyoko's ready to defend her friends. Chiaki still can't believe that Kyoko's killed somebody though. Paimon's body can't handle the ectoplasm coursing right through it. and she perishes. Poor Paimon. Poor Paimon. Mikan feels like Makoto's slowing her down. Mikan made quick work of Makoto. I was just saying, full teams, they're doing so well. And then lo and behold, Mikan turns on her partner. With a flick of his with his magic wand rather, Keiji turns Hifumi into a sheep. Chisa finds a rocket launcher. That's gonna end well. Hiroko finds a bow and some arrows. It'll take some practice, but surely this will come in handy. Minimoto finds a bowling ball. Hopefully they get a strike. Hifumi is a sheep, grazes peacefully. Yuta starts sobbing uncontrollably. Genocide Jack looks for someone dumb enough to believe her, and then we have a bunch of orange back to back. Razor decides to put Hifumi out of his sheepy misery. Razor just wanted a snack. That man's is wolf-blooded, and he just ate Hifumi. Rest in peace to him. Turnip Boy wants to end things once and for all with Keiji. Keiji bites the dust. He was defeated by a turnip, but let me tell you, that's the toughest turnip I've ever seen. Mana attempts to kill Razor, but Gonta intervenes just in time to protect him. Gonta had to kill Mana to protect Razor's life. Realm was gone, and panting like a wild beast, eyes bulging out. Frenzy grows so overpowering. Jotaro, his heart gives out. A shame. A big shame. But we're down to 14. And so after this Claire de Lune 4, Tengen, Paimon, Makoto, Hifumi, Keiji, Mana, Jotaro. There's 4 more until your saving grace picks. Potentially. someone could always get brought back, and that's one of the beauties of the simulator. You never quite know what happens. At the final 2, someone could get brought back. I'm waiting to see that happen, and then that person wins. I would love that to be the case if someone died first, and then like in the final 2 they got brought back and ended up winning the entire thing. I would eat that up. That would be incredible. It would take some fantastic RNG for that to happen. Will it happen? It could happen. So could win. He was out first. It's a possibility. Let's see. I'm just saying that because he's my pick, man. We'll go to the next round. And round 7 begins with Usami wearing leather scraps aside to behold. Chisa finds an axe, upping her chances of survival somewhat. Mikan's body continues to decompose even if she continues to move. Mikan sets down a trap and Chihiro gets caught in said trap. Oh. Turnip Boy. Kyoko, wishing to have to kill anybody. Dojima's gone. Hiroko practices pulling back her bowstring. Turnip Boy gets mauled by wild animals. Genocide Jack looks like she's on the verge of snapping. Chiaki thanks Kyoko for being there for her. The Archons see great potential in Razor and grant him an Electrovision. True! Well, that's the intro. Bennett's gone. Yuta sits there with a blank stare. Minimoto suplexes Gonta, then suplexes him again and again and again until he's perished. Oh, Gonta, oh no. Hina attacks Razor from behind and gets rid of him. That's their whole team in a matter of moments. Rest in peace to the wolf pack. And it is indeed for those two, and for Turnip Boy, a Claire de Lune 4. Turnip Boy. Gonta. Razor. A sad moment. But there's still 11 left, so it's not your saving grace picks yet. Parsnip carries on for Genocide, with Genocide Jack. Turnip Boy, he could still be on that bracket. But we'll have to wait and see because, ladies and gentlemen, we still got 1 more until your saving grace picks. And I doubt we're just going to lose 1 tomorrow. When we click next round, I don't think we're just going to lose 1. We might just lose 1. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Round 8 begins. Chiaki and Kyoko's fingers touch by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Mikan finds a pumpkin overflowing with the power of Halloween. The dead husk of Kazuha is writhing with maggots. Hero's gone. Maki's still dangling her rotting limbs. Kyoko picks up whatever looks cool and neat lying in various places. Usami does something really cute. Genocide Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Minimoto drops his bowling ball onto Mikan's head while she's sleeping. Minimoto's like, nope, no Halloween, boom. Hiroko cuts off Chisa's arm, but Chisa still has her other one! Chisa slices through Hiroko. Chihiro was struggling in the trap, cut himself pretty bad. Chihiro is now bleeding out. It's the last thing Chihiro can do. Yuta sits there with a blank stare, and Hina recalls something about Akane, sobs quietly. We are down 2, and we are down to 9. That means, you know what it's time for. After this Claire de Lune 4. Mikan. Hiroko. We lost 51 people so far. and only 9 remain. And you might need some new picks. I know I kind of do. I really do. I do kind of need some new picks. And you might be wondering, new picks? Well, what kind of picks would those be? Those would actually be referred to as, they're referred to as something along the lines of a, oh yes, a saving grace pick. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Chisa from the sinister side, 5 KOs to her name. Can she carry on? For sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah, here to save you. We still have Chihiro, trapped, bleeding out. Can Chihiro come out on top? I don't know. We still have Genocide Jack for Pasnip. Genocide Jack. No kills, actually, surprisingly. That's unlike her. But hey, let's see what unfolds. We still have Maki's a zombie, so we kind of have her, kind of don't. We still have Usami from A Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical. We have the entirety of Peaceful Protest, Kyoko, and Chiaki. We still have Minimoto for taking out the trash. Can he lead that Zeptagram, those Zeptagrams to victory? We have the well-fed athletes Hina. Remains for them. And I think that's not quite it, because we still have an Asahina, another Asahina in the race, and that's Yuta. Never count out these Asahinas, he might be shell-shocked. But he's still in this one. Those are your final 9. So it might be time for you to make your saving grace picks. In the comment. Edit your comment, or make a comment if you haven't made a comment already. You might have forgotten. It's okay to forget sometimes. Go in there and make a comment. Helps me. Helps you. Helps me help you. I'm gonna make my picks though. Give me Chisa for first. Yep. Sinister Side, they were one of my original picks. I gotta stick with them. Give me Genocide Jack for second, carrying on for the turnip. Boy! Give me Genocide Jack. And then give me Chiaki, Usami. Give me Usami for second. Usami, former tag team champion. I think Usami wants another title. And this time, with Paimon instead of Crazy Yoko, I got Usami for third. She's had a taste of gold long ago, and now she's like, it's been too long! Ladies and gentlemen, it is your final 9. There are so many items in place. What will unfold? I don't know, but I can tell you that these 9 are all going strong, fighting hard, and their hearts are pumping fast at the same rate as that of a samurai woman's. Let's go ahead. Let's do this right here, right now. It is, goodness gracious, I just can't make picks anymore. Round 9 begins with Chihiro still bleeding out. Miyamoto clotheslines Usami with tremendous force, such tremendous force it decapitates her. Let's hope the same thing doesn't happen to all of my picks. Yuta sobs quietly. Kyoko looks around for stuff to scrounge. Chisa loves the way that her rocket launcher feels on her shoulder. Chiaki thinks about what she did to end up here. Hina washes blood off of her wizard robe. Genocide Jack can no longer let others kill her friends, and she stands by idly. She feels heroic? Who would have thought? Maki's body is completely rotted away, and she's no longer moving. She's perished again. It is unfortunate truth. Poor Maki. But I can tell you what. We lost technically one today, but we also lost a zombie. Can we get a Claire? No, it's a terrible turnabout for her. Usami. Maki. Killed by Kazuha? How? Oh, was she? I think she might have been originally killed by Kazuha. Okay, that makes more sense. That's funny. that's really funny. We're at your final 8 though. It's still Samurai Woman. We really only lost Usami today. We still got 8. Let's see who wins this one. It may be anybody because I don't see anybody perishing today. Chisa's got that axe. She's ready to use it. Kyoko's got some tactical combat gear now. Chihiro's trapped, bleeding out slowly. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Genocide Jack scans the area looking for enemies lurking about. Minimoto practices his bowling form. Hina's looking downright magical today, and Yuta doesn't want to carry on and he's now suicidal. However, ooh, goodness gracious, my gosh. We've lost quite a few. Starting with Genocide Jack, patrolling vigilantly. Hina tries to kill Kyoko, but the combat gear has taken her to safety. Kyoko looks menacing in that combat gear. Chisa summons a shield, protecting her from Yuta's attack. Chisa then causes the ground to shake and cave in beneath my man's Yuta, and he's buried alive. I'm dropping all the things. He's buried alive. Joe. His dead husk is festering silently. Chiaki actually releases Chihiro from the trap a little bit. Oh, poor boy. This man's just got released from the trap and then he trips and falls on a really bad way, breaking his neck. Minimoto sneaks up behind Chisa, turns her around, and hits her with an RKO out of nowhere. This breaks Chisa's neck, killing her. Rest in peace to her, but we are now down to your final 5. And it's still a terrible turnabout for Yuta, Chisa, Chihiro. It's the final 5. And we're at an interesting point because people will make the retribution match, and people will win, but there's 5 people left, and you know what? 2 of them are from the same team. We have Genocide Jack, we have Minimoto, we have, who else? Hina. And then we have the entirety of Peaceful Protest. It is still anybody's game, though. We've seen teams get into like the final 3 and then they lose, the final 4 and then they both lose. We've seen it happen before. But we've also seen teams of 2 carry on together to win together. What will unfold? I don't know. But I can tell you it's your final 5. And Genocide Jack, Hina, Kyoko, Chiaki, and Minimoto are all kind of what we like to call a crises of fate. 55 gone, only 5 remain, and as we dwindle that number just a little, oh my goodness! Not just a little bit, we've dwindled it almost all of the way. It's your final 2. As Chiaki's ready to defend her friends, Yui putrefies peacefully. Hina finds a belt of Pokeballs, who knows what could be inside of those. Minimoto looks for an opponent to fight. Chiaki finds a dapper suit, puts it on. Genocide Jack is surrounded by enemies, but managed to turn the tables and defeat them. Chiaki, Hina, and Minimoto could only leave a scratch on them. They only left a scratch on Genocide Jack, but she defeated all 3 of them. And with that, it doesn't quite guarantee Minimoto a chance at retribution. Should no one get brought back from the dead, he's got a shot at the retribution match. But more importantly, it's a terrible turnabout for Chiaki, Hina, Minimoto. And here we are. We have 2 very powerful opponents. Parsnip, Peaceful Protest. One will win, one will not. And I have to ask you, who? Will it be Genocide Jack, Kyoko? Genocide Jack standing next to a turnip. Parsnip, a very creative team. You might think of them as a joke, but you look at the individuals forming that team, and you see that they are a threat, a menace, and they could take you out in a moment's notice. But then, there is Kyoko. Kyoko for Peaceful Protest. The last time we saw Kyoko in a sport-ish celebration, we celebrated golf and she became the golfing queen. Could she also be loving bowling today? Genocide Jack, Kyoko. Kyoko, Genocide Jack. If nobody gets brought back, one will win and the other will join Minimoto in the retribution match, but anything can happen in this simulator. Let's find out what that anything will be between Jack and Kyoko. with those two standing tall, side by side, across diagonal. Look, I'm clicking next round, and we will see between Jack and Kyoko that's it. Genocide Jack gets mauled by wild animals. And that leaves Kyoko to survive. But at what price? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, after this terrible turnabout for Genocide Jack, we are left with two people going to the retribution match, Minamimoto and Genocide Jack. But that is not the story that we celebrate right now, because your winner, representing peaceful protest, she was once the queen of golf, hitting holes in one's birdies, albatrosses, eagles. But today, she's hitting the lanes, getting strikes left and right. Your winner, for Chiaki, is Kyoko from Peaceful Protest. And congratulations to her. Peaceful Protest gets themselves a victory today. And Kyoko, she's gotten one KO, I think. One or two. Correct? She's gotten at least one. Yeah, she got one. I knew she got one. Because Chiaki was like, I can't believe you killed somebody. Oh man, because they were vibing the entire game. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta vibe to win. Chisa had a show today with 6 KOs, but so did Minamimoto, and that got him to third place rather. And that takes him and Genocide Jack to the retribution match. Minamimoto, he's a performer. He is a performer. He is placed in the top 3. He's been in what, 4 games? 3 or 4, something like that? This man knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, apparently. I will not doubt that he will get a victory and get taken out of the retribution match. I think that could happen. It is a possibility. KG had 4 KOs, Mikon had 3, Jack had 3, Yui had 3, Makoto had 3, Hina had 3. Everyone else with 2 or less. In fact, the only people with 2 were Razor, Paimon, Akane, and Hiro. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a show. Congratulations to Peaceful Protest as we bring up the finale bracket for the tag teams. Joining the champions, the headmasters, and where's my glove? We see Peaceful Protest in the 3rd spot. We are almost a quarter of the way full for this bracket. That will happen. Not a quarter, we will be a third. Goodness gracious. We'll almost be a third of the way. These seasons, they sometimes it's like it's 12 to 15 weeks, but it seems like it goes by so fast. That's like a long time when you think about it, but it's really a short time when it's crazy. But in speaking of, a couple of weeks, there's only a couple more weeks left to submit your OCs if you wish to submit them. Those close October 24th. Be sure to enter. The OC, the first OC episode this season will be Halloween Day. That's true. Before you get out there and you go trick-or-treating and watch your scary movies, it'll be time. It'll be a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, stay classy. Year of the Ascent, Toon Link, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalakaris, and your United States Aviator taking off. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.